What's happening, guys? So in this video I'm going to show you how I got about rolling out of a handstand. As you can see there, this is what you don't want to be doing, right? So you don't want to be bailing out over your shoulders, but before that it's best to warm up your wrists as much as possible, especially if you're a heavy set person, because if you go into handstands and you haven't warmed up your wrists, you haven't stretched out your wrists or anything, it can be a bit painful on your wrist and it can be a bit of a shock to your wrist. So here's what I did to make sure my wrists was properly warmed up and stretched out before doing the handstands that I just showed you in the two beginning clips. So here you can see I'm doing handstands, and the main purpose is to just basically get used to rolling out of a handstand, because the usual way that people bail out of a handstand is they just pivot onto whichever side of the shoulder that they prefer pivoting out of, whether it's the left hand side, the right hand side. The purpose of the handstands that I was doing in this video was basically to hold the balance, and then when I can't hold the balance no more, I just roll out of it. It's even become hard for me to even pivot out of a handstand now because I'm so used to rolling out of a handstand. But the technique for rolling out is, once you feel like you're gonna go right over, you basically do a reverse shoulder press to the floor while tucking your head in, so obviously that you don't land on your head. And you want to be landing pretty much on your shoulder blades basically, but in the, obviously not too rough, because you want to kind of reverse press yourself down into it. As you can see here, I'll end up tucking my head in and I end up doing a reverse shoulder press or reverse handstand press, whichever you want to call it. And to gain that confidence to comfortably be able to do this, the best thing for you to do, which I'll be showing you in a moment, is just practicing rolls. Just practicing rolling out and then increasing your height so that you end up doing it from a handstand position. As you can see here, I took my head in as I'm lowering myself to the floor. And what this actually does is it actually increases your balance on the handstand, because you're not going to panic to bail out of a handstand. But rolls, as you can see here, is how you can gain that confidence. Now, as you can see here, I use the same technique. Hands on the floor, then I lower myself down while I tuck my head in between my shoulders. And that's how you can get the confidence to be able to roll out of a handstand, which for me is probably the more natural way to roll out of a handstand, because you literally, but being upside down is foreign to the human mind. But once you learn bailing out of a handstand by rolling out, being upside down for that split second doesn't feel so abnormal anymore. But yeah, this is only meant to be a short video anyway, but thanks for checking out, guys. I'll see you in the next one.